Peace out there. I hope I don't cry. It's becoming quite evident to me that we can't solve other people's problems. In the black community, a lot of times people give people money just to assist them. And a lot of times it handicaps people. It's Leon in Cleveland, Ohio. And I come with a message today that made me cry when I went over it because I ain't gonna cry this time. Like, sometimes when you try to give people more than they really like deserve or have worked for, it can bring about an untimely death for them, or it can handicap them throughout the course of their life. This is what happens to a lot of our young ladies. Um, Men like to cater to them, and what it does, it has our ladies not getting as strong as they could be spiritually. This is not about that. What this is about is strength. I guess it fit in. Just the God spirit in me. It's like when you an infant and you see an infant and that before they 6 months they're not able to stand, they could just crawl a little bit, and you hear infants crying and you need to solve the issue when they cry. It might be the pamper, it might be a bottle, they may be hungry or just irritated, want you to hold them, they need the closeness. See, they are totally at your mercy at that point. So you have empathy for them. So when they reach a point where they can stand on their feet and investigate, they are in a learning zone. We can't continue to baby them over life when they're 1 years old, 2 years old, and they're able to, whine. And many parents out there, man and female, we try to give them some candy to, or give them certain things to pacify them, no matter how unhealthy we are making them. This needs to stop because we're hurting our children on multiple levels. See, when our children cry, they start to grow up into a teenager and a young adult that always throws little temper tantrums. This is what's happening to our young black men in our communities. They're having an inability to stand on their feet. They're having an inability to maintain even keel, to maintain composure, to hold themselves to a certain level of manhood. See, these things are some of the problems that's happening with our young men in the black community. We have a lot of shootings, a lot of, men with female type attitudes. You don't talk about me, and you got to go get the gun and stuff. See, these things, some of the problems that brought about causes that brought about these effects in our young black men is because their parents or guardians just always catered to them or yelled at them when they was asking for things. We need to help our children to grow and develop spiritually and mentally as well as physically. We can't just, ignore them. We can't just yell and scream them down when it's time to, for them to learn a lesson. What we need to do is focus on ourselves and the way in which we teach our children and spend the time and effort to do these things. See, when we just give our children anything they want, we are handicapping their development. We must understand that living life is a continual practicing of improving yourself. Like this is what life is. Physically, we work out, you improving yourself, you maintaining yourself. Mentally, we're reading and writing, improving ourselves. Like this is a practice. Spiritually, we start to level up and really improve our character, fine tune our personality. See, in this next stage of development, we really gonna focus in on projecting our talents and gifts on the next level, kind of like what actors do and athletes. Like we're going to have communities that we really practice delivering images of our gifts and talents and abilities, like superpowers. We're gonna be like Xavier on X-Men. I don't know who watched that type of stuff, but I watch it. Some people out there, how Xavier School for the Gifted. Like we gonna have communities of this, like even more than we already have, because they here. I'm telling you, they there. We got gifted people, and most of our people just get plucked out. Like, oh, and they get set in these communities. Well, now we need to do it for ourselves, where we understand that we are gifted, we are gods, and we need to develop these skills and talents so that we can ascend to higher levels of gods and goddesses. Yeah, because there's levels to this. There's levels to this. Hey, everybody don't want to stay in a comfortable life and just be, you know, have fun and enjoy it. But to practice these aspects of life in our existence is to solve many of the problems that we got in our community. So this is one of the first steps is, changing our behavior and developing certain practices. I'm real with this. And I'm looking for the other ones that's real with this, the other people in our community. Black community, we raising up. Let's level up. Level up from the inside. Well, I want to say this to end this off. Don't practice that in which you do not want to become. So what that mean? That means have moderation with all that other stuff. Black and Milds, you smoke. How often do you smoke Black and Milds? How often do you just eat and snack? I just want us to have a little minimalization on our sex lives. How can we feel good, nigga? I need to do it all the time. Let's have some minimalization and really improve ourselves. How about that? Let's practice loving each other. It's time. God calling. Who answering the call? I love you. I'm answering the call. Peace out. I get with you. Next time, straight from Cleveland, Ohio, Leon. Peace.